Hello everyone, welcome. I'm going to give everyone a minute to hop on, and I'm going to keep trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with tonight's sketch. I ran out of time to prepare. It has been one heck of a weekend, just trying to get some random things done. Bunch of stuff in my room and for business that I've been working on, so I did not get nearly as prepped as I was hoping to for this particular sketch, but that is okay. We will work on it together, and hopefully I can make quick decisions and be quite productive in getting it done. So, like I said, I'm going to let everybody jump on, and I'm kind of going through the papers. I am going to use the same collection I used last week, only because I really liked it. I really enjoyed working with these papers, and I thought that they would be fun to do tonight's sketch as well. So, once we get started, we are going to need our base, and that's where I'm stuck, trying to figure out what I want to use for the base out of these papers. I'm kind of leaning towards this pink heart pattern. I thought I wanted it to be behind the photos though, but we also need to have two strips on the outside edge, and it appears, according to the sketch, that it's actually a different color than what's behind the photos. So that's where I'm kind of trying to decide what it is exactly I want to use. So let's maybe bring the photos in. And you all know I changed it up. I not too drastically, but I did change it up a little bit just because I took way too many photos last week of this little doll here, and I, of course, want to incorporate as many of them as I can. So I did change them. The sketch has 5 3/4 by 4, and I did actually end up, by accident, cutting them down to 5 inches by 4, and then it had 2 3/4 by 4. I did not trim off the 3, but I think I'm going to actually. But I also made them 3 1/2 by 4 currently is what they're at. But I think I'm going to go ahead and trim a 1/4 inch off of the width as well, because I do have plenty of extra background on all of the photos. So we're going to go ahead and trim that little 1/4 inch off as well. So then they're going to fit just a little bit better. This one's a little small now because I trimmed too much off. And then this is the bottom one. And the bottom one actually is supposed to be 4 by 2 3/4. I couldn't quite make that work. I could, let's see, I did get it down to 3 3/4. I could potentially go down to 3 1/2. Let's do that. We'll go down to 3 1/2. I can't go down to 2 3/4 though. That gets too much off of there. And then I've also got it at 5, and I'm not sure I could go 4 1/2. Oh, I could probably even go the 4. Let's go ahead and go all the way down to the 4 with that one. Okay, so this is going to be my right-hand page, and I'm going to just take the sketch and flip it so that the tags are on this side. We're going to turn this into a 2-page spread, of course, because I can. I'm just looking at some of the other pictures that I've got. I won't be able to go any narrower than I have on these ones, so I think we're going to leave that. And this one's okay. It should have been the same width by the time I was done, but I got a little overzealous, and that's okay. So we're going to line up those edges, I think. Okay, so still deciding on the background. All right. I feel like it might, we need a fairly plain one on the outside edge because of all the flags with all the patterned paper are going to end up on that. Maybe this red will work. All right, so if we put the photos on this, then there should be another break, and then it would be this red, and then the red's going to have the flags on it, and that's going to be all of the patterned papers. So I think all of those would go rather well on there. And then I did have a thought as well. So they've got like the little round circles going down the edge for a split in the papers, and I think we're going to use these envelopes and just use one single row of them. So let's go ahead and cut ourselves one row of them, and we're going to see how that's going to turn out. Hi Ev, hi Kathy, Charisse, Susan. Yes, she called the 2 pages. I definitely, that was my automatic plan. Once I saw this, once I chose this layout, actually, I was looking for one that held a lot of pictures because I knew I took a lot of pictures last week, and I figured, oh yeah, I like that. Okay, I figured I was going to need to have something that was going to hold a lot of pictures, and so the 2-page spread was going to make that work for me for this particular sketch. Okay, so I've got the pink for behind the photos. I still need a separate stripe, and then this, well, this will go on the other side, and the flags will be on this side, but I do need one more color to tuck back behind that heart pattern. So let's see what we've got, and maybe we'll just bring in the other hearts with the red. I don't know if I love that. Let's see what else I've got to choose from. Could just do the arrows. That might work. Okay, you guys are getting a little more of the process that I do before I go live. I had a friend stop by and pick up a couple things real quick about the last 20 minutes before I went live, and I am definitely a prepare right before the live. So I lost a little bit of time preparing, but that is perfectly fine. Let's see. I don't think there's any other darker color I necessarily want to use on that. The only other thing I could pull in is I did grab the pack of solids this time, which I did not have the solids last week when we did this. But I did grab them this week, also because I may have been searching for my sticker sheet for probably a good solid 5 minutes. Once again, my scrapbook room has, or my studio has really taken on a life of its own at the moment with all of the new product that's arrived and hasn't quite gotten put away yet. Okay, I am liking the solid color here just a little bit better. We're going to roll with that. All right, so the sketch has the centerpiece at 6 3/8, but it also had this top picture at 5 3/4, and we're at 5 I got it all the way down to 5. All right, but let's see how wide these two are going to end up being. And we're at like 5 3/4. Okay, so we better go probably the 6 3/8. All right. So what we're going to do, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do this the easy way, I think. Rather than go the 6 3/8 right off the bat, we are gonna line our ruler up at the edge and give it a 1/4. And we only need to line these center ones up, because those are the ones that are the only ones that are going to come to the edge. So I'm going to figure out where I want these to go. And that one is 3 3/4. And that one is 3 1/2. Okay. So let's get the ruler here. I don't think we're going to want to be right centered. All right, and let's see. All right, right there it'd be centered. That top one is at a 4. We're going to come up right about there. Oh, I guessed and went the wrong direction. All right. Under pressure all of a sudden tonight without prepping and planning ahead of time and having this all kind of laid out in my head. All right, so what I would normally do, we're gonna go back. I'm gonna back up what I'm gonna do. We are gonna go the 6 3/8. I'm gonna cut the branding strip off first. I'm trying to do it the hard way. Let's do it the easy way. 6 3/8. So 6 1/4. Okay. Of course, I don't quite go to 6 3/8. Let's go. Gotta go to right there. 6 3/8. There we go. All right. Now we can line up those photos. Okay, so and I actually, let's take a look at these photos, because I almost put the wrong photos together too, because I have my photos separated into 2 different outfits that she had on that day. So we've got those. Oh boy. And let's find the rest of the photos. Here we go. I got lost in the paper pile. Okay. All right, so we trimmed down the width of these ones. Now we need to trim down the width of the ones that are gonna go right above it. And we went at 2 3/4. So we're gonna trim this one down to 2 3/4. And I'm gonna trim a little off that side and a little off that side to get it where I want it. And then this one, we're gonna do the same thing. Trim a little off of both sides. Okay. It's the left-hand side that I actually made more modifications to even than the other one. Ah! I'm gonna have to reprint that photo already. Okay. That's okay. We're going to use it. I'll stick it down and I'll change it out before I take photos when we're done tonight. Okay. So we want 2. Just looking at the photos to determine which 2 I want up at the top. And we're just going to line them up, and I'm just eyeballing, centering them side to side. And then we're going to see, we're going to line that one up on that edge. Yeah, it looks like I need to reprint it anyway. I might have cut it crooked. Okay. I'm just trying to get my placement for my spacing as well. That's going to go down just a little bit. Okay. About like so. I'm going to put this one down. We'll get all of our photos down, and we're going to do some inking as well, but I am going to just go ahead and ink after the photos are on here. It'll help stabilize the paper just a little bit more too. Wait, I should be using my templates, but they're not the exact size of the photos in the template, or my photos aren't the exact size as the templates. Try and make sure I get them straight. Okay, and then we're going to just stick this one down, but just gently, because I'm going to pop it up and reprint it. That is one nice thing about having my printer here. We'll fix that. You know, we may even end up sticking a little sticker on top of it. Maybe I won't reprint it. We'll see. As I have said a million times, you guys have heard me say, there are no mistakes in scrapbooking. Everything is either a happy accident or an opportunity to be creative. So, you know, a sticker might just even work right there, and then I won't reprint it. We'll see. So I hope you guys have had a good weekend. Did any of you find any time to spend a little time in your creative space and work on anything fun? I spent quite a bit of time out here this weekend. I had hockey again on Saturday, so I did have to take time out for that, but I've got a lot of different projects that I've been working on. So a lot of social media. You know, that darn social media takes an awful lot of time. I need an assistant. I need an assistant to add all my product to my website for me. That has got to be the dullest job there is. Okay. Got the photos down finally. That was a challenge. Okay, now we're going to go ahead, and I think I'm going to do the little trick I used last week too. I think I'm just going to cut little strips, and then that way it'll use up less of this pretty pink paper. So I'm going to cut myself a couple strips. We're going to end up needing 4 of them total, so I might as well cut all 4. We'll cut the branding strip off first. And then I'm going to cut myself 4 roughly 1-inch strips. Now this is just a good way to conserve some of your paper. You could just mat that entire piece, but I don't think I'll even cut 1-inch strips. I think we'll go right around 3/4, only because we aren't going to leave that much reveal, and I'm not going to measure them. We are going to just kind of eyeball all 4 of them. Doesn't matter if they're the same size. Okay, and before we put those down, we are going to do our inking. I don't want to forget that. And we're going to use the black because we do have this black what's the word I'm thinking of? The little stitching on the one paper is in the black, so we're going to use the black ink and coordinate it with that. But I'm going to go fairly light with it. I don't really want a ton of the black on there. So let's see, what did I work on this weekend besides social media? Putting inventory on the website, counting linen paper, and getting it all packaged up. Well, not all of it. Some of it packaged up and ready to go. And labels made. That's the other thing. Computer takes a while to... Computer time, making labels for all of that stuff. And then I did make 2 really fun cards over the weekend that I'm really excited about. And I don't even have them near me to be able to show you guys. So you'll have to check out my YouTube channel if you haven't already. I did put them on my YouTube channel. I did a quick little project share on there with my cards that I did. I used some stamps that I haven't used for a while. One of my goals this year is to use my stamps more and to maybe learn how to color my stamps a little better. I found this weekend that I'm not that great at it. And so I need a little help in that area. And so I'm going to work on that. That's going to be one of my goals, is to work on my stamping, and then of course my stamp coloring. And then also I have purchased a lot of die cuts this last year, and I really want to start utilizing them better as well. So those are a couple of my goals. Do you guys have any crafty goals this year? I think it's good to give yourself some crafty goals, and of course I just need to learn just a little bit. So if you have anyone that you follow that you really like, that maybe colors and stamps, feel free to mention them below. Let me know, because I might need to watch a few videos. Now, normally I would just put this in my cutter, but it's such a thin little piece, it might not cut it real well. So I had just a tiny little bit of the pink. It was just a tiny bit long, so I trimmed that up, shortened that so that it was even with the pink heart paper. And then we're going to take this and just lightly cover that white edge with a little black, and I'm just kind of running it along that edge. I'm not really hitting a lot on the top. Looks like it might be a little wider or a little crooked on that side. We'll see. We might have to fix this side. But so that's one thing I'm going to work on. And I actually did pull a couple of my stamps out again when I was putting away the ones that I used. I pulled a couple more out and stamped a few images so that maybe later this week I can color those images as well. Okay, so there is our base for our pictures. And then, so I'm flipping this the other way than the sketch actually is, because I'm going to do both of them. And I wanted to kind of mirror them. So I'm going to use this strip here, and I kind of think that that distance is good. And then that leaves this whole area for the flags to be put in place. So we are going to just trim off this branding strip. We're going to put our photo section down, but we're not going to glue close to the left-hand edge where the flags are going to need to be adhered. We're going to kind of leave that end open. All right. So let's get that in place so that before we do that, let's ink this piece as well, because we're just going to go ahead and put this piece down too. I like that these envelopes lined up perfectly, because then they make a nice little border strip. So that worked out really nice. All right, so what else? I have been collecting some stamps for a while now, and I haven't used them. I know I've been collecting them for over a year, and I hadn't used them yet. So those are the stamps that I'm going to really work on using, and I might actually work on, maybe I'll set myself a goal to use 2 a week until I have used them all. I did stamp out 4 of them today, so I guess I got ahead of the game if that's going to be the goal I set for myself. Let's see, and I'm going closer to the edge than they did in the sketch, mainly because I feel like I want a little more space for those flags. And I'm not sure how much, that's the one measurement they don't really give you, is if they centered this, but I'm not going to center it. We're gonna go slightly off center. So I'm gonna go ahead and tape this side down really well, and I think I'm gonna run my tape a little further to the inside on the other side. And then we can always add to it once all of the flags are in place. I'm calling them flags. That's probably not the right term. Banners. The banner ends. Okay, let's get this straight, though. Okay. When I line the paper up straight, looks like maybe I got a little crooked with this piece. My eyeballing is not going well tonight. Okay. There we go. That looks better. Okay, so we're going to leave this side for just a little bit. We're going to go ahead and get the right-hand side done. And so we're going to need to cut the branding strip off of our base page. You guys really are getting the whole caboodle tonight. Only thing I got done ahead of time was the photos printed. Okay, so we've got that. And then we need another piece of the heart, the pink heart. I'm going to cut the branding strip off of that. All right, and then we went 6 3/8 on that, and we're going to do that again with the other side. So 6 3/8. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and ink this piece. We'll attach our pink pieces and ink them as well. All right. Hi, Cindy. Oh, thanks, Ev. You saw the cards. Good. They were a lot of fun. The circle shape was really fun. So that was something different. And I have had those dies. I don't even know if I want to admit how long I've had them. I've had them for a long time and have not used them. And so I thought those little girls that I had colored would maybe fit on those really well. So that is what inspired me to use those. And then when I got done making them, it was kind of a late night project. I maybe filmed my Saturday morning makes early Sunday morning. I kind of had wished I made tags out of them. So the next ones might actually be made into tags. We'll see. But those are so much fun. I love the stamps. I love the images of the girls. And so I really need to start using them. And I really do feel like at some point in time, I'll probably use them a lot more with my granddaughter too. So I think that those will be fun. Make little paper dolls. So that'll be a fun project when she gets older. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you watching it too. That's awesome. I got quite a bit of filming done this weekend, so that was good as well. Hopefully my husband can go with me this Wednesday. I missed having him last Wednesday, you guys. I drove to Helena last week by myself, and the canyon was not the best of roads, and the wind was blowing, and it was just not great. I didn't enjoy it. And for those of you who have been, you know, on the last few Sundays, and I've shared my my fall with, I had my MRI scheduled for Wednesday, and Stubby unexpectedly had to work again, and so I had to reschedule it again. Guys, I asked my son, at what point does it become not necessary to get an MRI? Yes, I think the die is so cool. Like, it's really a fun die. I would have never thought. So if you have a circle die at all, you could still do that even without that particular die by folding your card, folding your piece of paper in half and putting that fold just under where the top of the circle would cut. And you could make that happen with just about any circle die you've got too. So that's kind of a cool thing. I might try and do a video on that and show you like how to do it without having that particular die, because it is kind of fun to be able to do that. Okay, I've got a little extra on this side. The other side kind of got split between the two. All right. And not that they're going to be side by side by any means, but we're going to just go ahead and line those up. Oh boy, and it appears I really got a lot longer. On this one on the bottom, but I'll put that through the cutter and we'll trim that up. Okay, so no, I don't want to line them up that way. I want to take and turn this around and line them up this way, because my banner ends are going to be on the opposite side. So we want to turn that around. And this is the side that we want to go in on so that it's not attached right on the edge. Okay, yep, did it right. All right. Let's line those up again. And then we'll line those two up. And then our base pages are perfectly matched. Okay, now when I cut the envelopes last time, I only cut one because we were just kind of trying it out, and that worked quite well. So let's go ahead and cut ourselves another row of them. All right, right at the edge. So we've got another row of envelopes. I'm going to trim that branding strip off the bottom. And then we'll ink that real quick. yeah, I will do that. I will do a little tutorial on how to do that without having that die, because it is possible to do it. And if you've got a set of nesting dies, even better, because then you've got all the layering bits to it as well. So I actually found that I have another set of nesting dies that would work for that. Oh, this paper looks like it was cut a little crooked maybe. We're going to try it and see. Looks like there's not much next to the envelope here, and it gets a little wider at the bottom. We will see. Maybe my other strip, maybe that's why I struggled with that one. Maybe it was cut slightly crooked. Who, me? Cut paper crooked? No. Couldn't be. Yeah, it'll work. It'll work just fine. And because I'm being very particular, we're going to go ahead and line those up. Very particular, but my paper's crooked. It doesn't quite make sense, does it? Okay. Oh boy, and that one's long. Good golly. Oh, because I didn't quite make it all the way up to the top. Goodness. Had it tucked under. Let's try that one more time. Let's get it right on the edge. I'm probably out of camera even. Let me look back up there. Yes, of course I am. Okay. Looks like we've got some stuff sticking out the bottom here all the way across. Let's trim everything down and get it all evened back up. There we go. Just a few little extra pieces that were a little long. Taken care of. Okay, photos for this side. Let's find where I set the photos again. Oh, good night. Okay, right up here. So I had actually very specifically done her little pink outfit in one set of photos, and then her little purple outfit in the other set of photos. Oh, goodness. Let's see. So there's the left-hand page. Here's the right-hand page. And I'm just wondering if I should trim this one down. Possibly trim this one to match this one. And let's see what we trim that down to. 4. Is that going to be possible to trim it down to 4? You bet. We're going to match those up just because I like the idea of that. So we need to get it down to 4. We're going to take that much off that side, and of course I've got adhesive on this one. Right down to 4. Okay. That off without it sticking so I don't have to reprint a photo. Okay, so now on this side, we are going to bring this photo in closer to the inside. Gosh, I cannot get anything straight today to save my soul. Let's see. Okay. And then this one's going to just be centered above the 2. Ooh. And they're a little wider than the ones up above because, don't feel like I can trim a whole lot off of here. I really don't want to trim her wild hair off of there because I kind of like it. So I'm going to leave it. I feel like it's okay that they're all 3 different sizes. So, oh, we're also taller because there's more space in between on the other side than there is here. Let's see. Because if we space that top one down as far as the bottom one is, we barely have any space in between. Okay. So we're going to need to actually bring that one down and over. More like that, I think. And then let's center this one up on the top. Okay. The ruler out so I can make sure and get it centered. And we're not going to go down very far. I'm going to try and do about the same distance we did from the bottom. And then we're going to split the difference between the two with the middle photos. And they're going to go roughly about like so. Yeah, okay. So we'll hook those ones down and then we get to start on our little banner ends and try and cruise along. Those are going to take a little bit, but I'm going to work fast, hopefully, and maybe only finish one side for you guys to keep you so that we're not too late. I'll let you guys decide when we get one side done if you want me to finish the rest off camera and just share it, or if you guys are still wanting to hang out with me. Keep me company on this beautiful Sunday night. Oh my goodness. Has everybody else's weather improved as much as ours? We had there we go. Loving it. Okay. We had a sloppy mess in our streets today. I cannot believe how much snow has melted. It is crazy. We're going to kind of set this up aside and we are going to start building some strips. And I do think we may end up using some solids. We'll see. Let's find our papers that we've already cut into so we can utilize those for sure, which I guess there's not that much of it. Thought maybe there was more from last week and stuff, but not really. So we've got the hearts that have these floral on the back side. I've got this piece. We'll use this piece first. And then I don't know that I want to use this one, so we're going to set that aside. We'll use the green, and we will use, I'm going to pull the strips from last week. We've got these. We'll use these as well. And we do have some more floral here. And then we've got some more pink and red here. So, okay, I'm liking that. I think we've got a really good combination of different florals. And one last one, we've got this floral on the white. Okay, so do we want to figure out how we want to kind of layer the I think that might be a good idea to kind of figure this out so that we can cut our pieces accordingly. And maybe we'll throw a stripe that way in there. We might need to use some of this too and kind of get a little bit more color in there. So we've got lots of different measurements. 1 3/8 for 1, 2, 3, Boy, it looks like they only used 3 different papers. All right, so we're going to narrow it down to 3? I don't know. 1. Let's start with those. Okay, and let's start with the green. 1 3/8 is the width of this one. So let's go an inch. I don't know if I can get 1 3/8 that way. Let's go this way. And we'll grab the ruler. And we will cut at 1 3/8. 1, 2. Okay, that looks good. Good enough. Although, well, I don't think it matters which way the little arrows are going. This way they're going down. That works. Okay, and we're going to go ahead. They've got 1, 2, 3 of these. So let's do, I brought my handy dandy little punch. If you don't have one of these, you can make a little mark with your pencil and cut up to it each time. And sometimes that works better than the punch when you're not the exact size. You don't always get lined up like I just didn't. All right, let's try that again. So this has very specific sizes, and I'm kind of in between trying to line that up. Ugh. And I'm not having very good luck. Okay. Well, for those of you who don't have a punch, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and do it the same way you will need to do it. And let's see, how far up did we go? All right, about, we're going to go 3/4. So that'll be 3/4. We'll find the center. And, okay, we're at 3/4. Okay, right there. So then you're just going to make your little pencil mark in the center. You're going to bring your scissors in. It looks like I went 1 inch instead of 3/4, but that's okay too. There we go. There we've created our end. And if you don't like it quite that long, you can change that angle up. Holy moly, guys, I'm on a struggle. There we go. All right, there's one. And we're going to just go ahead and cut that a little long. And then we're going to do another one. We are literally going to trace the back. We're going to just trace that cut. Once you get that at the right size that you want it, you can just trace that and line it up better than I did. Okay, I'm really concentrating here now. Flip the punch over. Yeah, I've done that a couple times too, Kathy, and I should do that. I'm going to do that and show, yeah. I have done that a couple times as well, and occasionally I get it right. Actually, generally I do. If you just really watch that, you can line it up, and then you've got your perfect. Okay, we're going to roll with that. Thanks, Kathy. I forgot that trick. I've done that before. When they're smaller papers, they're harder, and you really want to have that cut straight. It's helpful. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So there's 2 of them at 1 3/8, and I messed around enough. I'm going to have to cut another strip at 1 3/8 because I've used all of them. So let's cut another one. Gee, this is stressing me out, man. Things are not going smoothly for me tonight. See? Things don't always go smoothly for everyone in the scrapbooking realm. Okay. Some days are tougher than others, and today apparently is one of those days for me. I'm going to flip that in there, flip that over, see if we've got it even. There we go. And there is number 3. So we got 1, 2, 3. And I'm just going to trim that off long. We're going to end up changing the length of those, I'm sure, or just tucking them in. And then it does look like they have got one little tiny flag that's a 1/2 inch wide out of this same paper. So we're going to go ahead and I think this might be the ones that I struggle on trying to get the end of it in there. So let's see if we can get that. Oh, perfect. Okay, so we've got that paper. Next up was our floral, and we're going to want to cut our strips this way just because of the way that the flowers are going. So if you have pattern paper, you're going to want to pay attention to that. So I need 1 3/8, 1 3/4. Okay, these ones are all different sizes, it looks like. So let's start with, well, let's start with our 1 inch because I'm going to have to measure the other way. I'm going to have to go this way. Do I have one smaller than 1 inch? No. Let's go with our 1 1/4. I can't see the line. Okay. Inch and 1/4. Are we? Nope. We're not perfect, so we're going to turn that over again. And there's our 1 1/4. Ah, going the wrong way. Nope, going the right way. We're doing the flowers. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and leave that. I was thinking maybe we'd cut it in half, but there's not quite enough room to do that. Then we need one that's 1 inch. And oh, whoops, that's a 1/2 inch. I should be doing 2 of these. For the other side, I think we'll do one side on camera and I'll do the other side off camera and share the picture with you guys. As bad as I'm struggling, we might be here all night. Oh my goodness. Okay, there's our 1 inch strip. And I did the 1 1/4, and now we need 1 3/4. Okay. You know, once I get flustered, I don't know if I'm gonna get it back here. 1 3/4. Okay, we're gonna flip that over. Ah. All right. Try and get that even. Oh my goodness, Kathy, I am on a serious struggle bus, and I just did the wrong end. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's just go ahead and do that again, because, you know, I'm having so much fun with this thing. Oh boy. Okay, let's straighten this end out so I don't end up putting on there wrong. Okay, flowers are going the right way. Yeah, I did the flowers wrong on this one too. Oofta. You have pattern paper. Pay attention to which way your pattern is going and what end you're cutting. I could have used that on the other side. Okay. All right, next one. Oh. I just read the sizes of the white ones this time for that. That's okay. We're gonna, I am flustered. You guys, my goodness. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and put one of these up here. Whoops, that's gonna be this one, 1 3/8. And what the heck size do I have here? It must be 1 3/4. Okay, so yeah, I apparently wanted to match the white with the white ones on the sketch, and that's okay. I still think that I'm not going to mind the patterns, the papers together with the way they're going to be like this. I think that'll work. And then 1 1/4. Yeah, we're going to have to trim that one down. That one's a little long. I'm going to go ahead and trim that one down about like that. Okay. That's going to work. And let's see, we've got another 1 3/8 that's going to go roughly right here. And then another 1 3/8 that's going to go roughly right in here. I think that'll still work with me messing up my order. Okay. Oh my goodness, you guys. Well, at least I am finding humor in my struggle bus tonight. That's okay. It's okay. We are going to get this. All right. So we need 1 3/8. I'm going to read the right measurements this time. I really got flustered. Okay. 1 3/8. And let's see, maybe this way will be the easier way to see it. All right, you guys have anything fun scheduled this week? This does not appear to be a pattern one way or another. It looks like we need just a smaller piece of that one. It's going to go right there. And then we need... Okay, so it's a lighter color. All right, that's the only one that's 1 3/8. Now I need 1 inch. So let's trim off. Let's trim this down to 1 inch. Yes, I should be cutting my ones for the other side, but I'm going to focus on one side for now so that I really don't get messed up. Okay, and we're going to go 1 inch. I love the inch one. It fits right in there. Don't have to worry about it. Okay, and so our inch one, it's a longer one, and it is going to come in here. No, our inch one is right down here. We're going to trim that off right there. Okay, and then we need one that is 3/4 of an inch. So we're going to trim this down again to 3/4. And then we're going to do our end. I find the littler ones always give me a little bit of a challenge. Well, tonight it looks like they're all giving me a bit of a challenge, but that's okay. Okay, so this one is going to go right there, and that's a little long as well. So that one's going to go there. And then, okay, so this is I need 1 3/4. 1 3/4. So let's grab the 1 3/4. Oh wow, almost had it perfect. Okay, and let's see. We're gonna flip that over. Okay, there's our 1 3/4. I'm getting confused as to which one I'm cutting. Okay, so our 1 3/4 is right here. And then we need a little 1/2 inch of this one. That's this one right here. It's going to come into play. And it's going to go right here roughly. Okay, so we've got our 1/2, 1 1/4, 1 3/8. All right, and then we need, there's our 3/4. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Got them all. Okay, so we just need to arrange them properly, and we've got them all. Perfect. Phew, did you guys think I was going to make it through that? I was starting to wonder. Oh my goodness. Woofda. That was rough. You might not get your final picture till tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to pull them out and ink them one at a time because I do not want to totally mess up what I got going on, because apparently I will get this totally confused. So let's just ink them one at a time. And we don't need to go all the way back, and we don't need to do the flat end. We're just going to hit the end that's sticking out. Oh my goodness. All right. And we're not going to go all the way to the top. We're going to come down just a tad. And then we've got this one next. And this one's just going to barely overhang that one and come back a little bit. And then let's do this one. I think if you're going to do this sketch, and I mean, I 100% believe you guys are all very capable of this sketch. I would take and write down your measurements that you need for each color. So like your dark one, maybe write those measurements down and then cut them. I think that might be an easier way to not get confused like I did. So see, I gotta be on the struggle bus so that I can help you guys do it much easier than I did. And then you don't have to be on the struggle bus. So you're welcome. I took that all on for you. Oh my goodness. Sounds good. Okay, let's slide that one in there roughly. It's going to be getting all of these lined up however you want them. And I'm trying to kind of follow the photo. This one just needs to be lined up a little bit straighter. But yeah, you could very easily cut all of them out, write down your measurements, times it times 2, so that you do both sides all at the same time, and then ink them all, and then you could start arranging. And I think that that will that'll make it a little bit easier on you guys. So that would be my suggestion if you do this sketch, to help you not have as many issues as I just did. Oh goodness. Okay, this big one here actually does have just a little bit of space in, and it does come out further like so. And then we've got our little 1/2 inch one here. It's going to slide right on top of those two. Okay, there we go. It's starting to look much better. And you might want to arrange your papers differently than they did even. Maybe even pull in a another paper if you want to. I mean, when I pulled papers, I thought I was going to be doing a whole lot more colors than I am, but I actually kind of am liking where these are at. I'm going to pull this one out next. Well, Kathy, I am glad to have a passenger by my side on this struggle bus. However, I'm sorry that you are having the same issue. I am glad I have a sense of humor about it tonight. You know, sometimes I don't find that nearly as funny, and I don't know, but it's kind of cracking me up that I cannot get it together tonight. That's all right. It did make me break out in a sweat, though. So, you know, I'm nice and toasty warm in here while the heat's running, too, so that's awesome. Gonna need a shower after going live tonight, my goodness. Stressed me out. Okay. Okay, see, all that stress is for nothing. Look at that. I'm loving that. Oops, that one needs inked. Boy, I like the way that looks. So let's just go ahead and get that stuck down. I am going to let you guys go and do the other side off camera. Maybe add some embellishments. I don't know. You guys tell me. How are you guys doing for time? We all know that it's going to take me a good 20 minutes to do the other side as well. And we're sitting at a little, about 5 after 9 already. So I don't want to keep you guys well, number one, I wasn't overly prepared tonight. And number two, I've been on the struggle bus. So things did not go super smooth. Oh, goodness. But if you guys want me to keep going live, heck, why not? You guys have already seen me struggle about as much as I can, so. All right, let's get this one in. And I promise it's not this hard, you guys. Try this sketch. It's really not that hard. So don't shy away from it because I struggled so much. It's just me. It's just me tonight, so don't shy away from trying it. Okay, Ev, thanks for joining me. Have a good night. Have a great week. I appreciate you hanging out with me on Sunday. All right, let's get this one. I don't know how I missed ink in that. That's weird. Let's go ahead and hook this one down first because that skinny one's going to go on top. And it doesn't require a lot of adhesive on these. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, I'm on 5. So it's about the same length as that one. Maybe just a little bit. And hopefully I'm staying straight. That's the other thing. You just want to watch and make sure that you do stay straight with these, because that will make a difference at the end and how it looks. Let's see. So one of those is a little crooked. Yep, that one is. Get that straightened out. Okay. And then this one's gonna lay over the top of that one. And it actually goes in quite a bit more. Like so. Oops, that's crooked. Okay. And then this one's going to kind of go over both of them. So let's get this one put in. All right. And this one's going to be a little longer. I don't want too much space in between those two because this one's gonna kind of go over that space and come in. Yeah, about like that. It's perfect. This one's crooked. There we go. And then there were 3. We almost got them, guys. Okay. let's see, we want to come down just a little bit. There is no real perfect formula for this, you guys. I'm kind of just eyeballing it. I do think my tails might be a little bit longer than what they had showing on theirs, but you do not have to have them perfect. Just, you know, line them up so that you like them, and that's all that really matters. And try and leave about the, whoops, I want to go in just a touch. Just a touch. That might be a little long. Okay, and then we'll add this one over top of those two, and that one's going to come in a ways. Let's straighten it out. All right, I'm liking it. Okay. All right, for all that effort, that was good. That turned out good. So we are on the right hand page, which I did the bottom picture opposite of what they did, but I did that on purpose because I have a 2-page spread instead of a single page. So they had the picture closer to this side and then some journaling cards over on the inside. I want the journaling cards on the outside so that when the 2 pages are together, those photos, oh, you can't see that. Those photos are closer together. Let me see if I can get this a little bit better. I'm gonna have to curve it up. Yeah, so I like that. I like I'm looking at it through the lens there. So I like the 2 stripes there together, and then on both of them, I've got more room for either journaling squares or maybe some tags or whatever I want to add to them there. So I'm trying to decide. Do you guys want me to keep going and do the other side while we're still live, or do you want me just to bring you the other side now that you've watched me stumble through it? You've got the basic idea on how to put together this look here. I don't feel like this needs a whole lot of embellishing, so I'm not sure. You know, I told you I spent a good 5-10 minutes looking for my sticker sheet, and I'm not sure that was even really necessary. So I've got these cut aparts. This isn't necessarily Valentine's Day photos, obviously, because it was just this last week, and Valentine's Day, of course, has already passed, but we do have some cute little ephemera pieces that we could use. And yep, I thought we had some that were maybe a journaling, like a little journaling spot. Let's see, get that out of the way. So we could, oh yeah, you could run the journaling spot across there and maybe add a little bit something there, or we could use this one, add some, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll use one of these on each side, ink them, and add a little ribbon to them. Let's go ahead and do this side anyway. I think I like the idea of them kind of coordinating. So by adding the ink, we're going to help that to pop off there just a little bit better. And if you don't think it pops enough, we can always mat it on another color. But I think that the ink definitely helped that to pop off of there. Let's see, are we the right red? That's not quite the right red. I'm just pulling ribbons that I've got in. I've got a little bowl. Ooh, yeah. I've got a little bowl of them right here that I keep on my desk with scraps, and this is some that I just custom dyed, and I'm really liking it because it's kind of got the little bit of the red and the pink in it. So we'll use that, and we're just going to feed that through there. The custom dyed stuff is a little stiffer, so it can be a little more challenging to get through some of your tags. So if you have any of those tag or those hole reinforcers, those are kind of nice to add on there. I've got a die that's a hole reinforcer, so I do use it occasionally if I'm going to be pulling something through there that might possibly rip it. So, ooh, I'm liking that a lot. That ribbon is really pretty. I think we're going to go ahead and put that flat because I'm not going to do my writing before no, we're going to put that up on foam. Change my mind. Up on foam it is going. So we're going to, I'm going to run, ooh, I forgot I just filled this up and cleaned the nozzle. That makes a big difference on how well it works. And I don't have the little tip on there still. One of these days I'll get it back on there. I feel like I've been doing pretty good without it though. All right, we're going to put 3 pieces on there. Make sure it's good and supported. All right. And then we're just going to get the back of those off. We're going to add a little more glue. And then we'll put that down. We'll take a quick peek and see if there's any other ephemera pieces we want to add to it. And then maybe take a quick peek at the sticker sheet and see what we can add to this side. All right, and we're going to throw that at just a bit of an angle because we can. And if you really want to hold your ribbon in place, you can always stick just a teeny tiny dot of glue underneath there. And actually, I think I might just do that. And hold that there. And then that'll help keep that where you want it. Thanks, Cherise, for joining. I appreciate you coming on tonight. Have a great week. Hopefully I'll talk to you again soon. All right, let's see. We've got that side done. Okay. See, I feel like this adds a really nice little touch. I don't know that we need a whole. We might do the little XO up here next to her. Oh, then we've got with love. Let's see. Little love bug. Ooh, she is my little love bug. Oh, that might go on the, oh no, it's the red on red then. No, it won't be because it'll be the tags. We might put the little love bug over next to the other pictures where she's hugging her little toys because she's giving them loves. I've been teaching her to give her little stuffed animals. Give them loves. Give them loves. And so she gives them a nice little hug. It's pretty sweet. Okay, what else do we have here? Berry. See if there's anything else on here we want to use. We do have the little hearts. Just a love note. Okay, I think that's it. We're going to use this on the other side. I don't think we'll need this. So that's all for those. We're not going to need the cut apart since we're doing that. And I just need to find that elusive sticker sheet again. My goodness, that thing has... Here we go. All right, let's see if there's anything that we're going to want to add. Well, we might just add this cute little love bug stamp right there. And then we've got this. We've got a couple more stamps because I think we'll use a stamp on the other side as well. And I think we'll pull this envelope from over here and add one right there. Well, I wonder how well these will show up on the... Actually, I don't think they show up too bad. I'm going to put one there, and then we've got another one that we can use on the other side. And I think that might, like, I'm liking that. I don't feel like it needs a whole lot more. I'm out of the heart stickers because I would maybe just add a heart. Yeah, I think, let's pull this in here one more time. We've got this flower bundle, this one, and this one. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're going to leave it as is. I don't feel like this really needs anything more. I kind of like it a little more on the simpler side. So there's our left-hand page. I'm going to call it, guys. I'm going to do, or our right-hand page. I'm going to finish the left-hand page as soon as I sign off here with you guys. And I will complete it, and then I will post the final picture for you guys. And I appreciate you guys sticking with me tonight and watching me struggle. Woofda. I am going to add this tag over here. I'm going to add some of the same matching coordinating ribbon there. I do think I'm going to put this little love bug over here. I might even kind of put it right down between the pictures. And it will show up because it's going to be on those little ends there. And then I'm going to add one of the envelopes over here and one of the stamps as well. And then we're going to, this side will be done as well. Thanks, Susan. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. And hopefully I made you guys giggle too, because for some reason I was really giggling at myself tonight. So I hope you guys all enjoyed watching the struggle bus, and do use this sketch. Really, honestly, I think if you take my advice and write down your measurements of each paper and cut them all out right off the bat, you won't have any struggle. You will do just fine. And if you don't have the punch, you can do as I did and trace it on the back. Just measure up, cut, and then you can trace the one. Once you have one underway, you can just use that for your template for the rest of them. So might take just a touch longer to do it that way, but it is still very doable. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a fabulous week and find a little time to be creative in your own space, and be watching for my March calendar. I do have some classes I'll be offering in March. And for those of you, well, it doesn't even have to be local. I am going to host an all-day crop again in March. So be watching for that calendar. It may not be yet tonight. It might not go up until tomorrow night. So have a fabulous week. Take a little time and do something creative. Thanks, everyone. Bye for now. Okay, I'm back. I decided to go ahead and finish up this other side, the left-hand page. And all that I had left to do was cut all of the little flag ends, ink them, put them in place, add a few embellishments, and then, of course, do my journaling. So to complete that last little bit, it took me about a half an hour to cut everything and ink everything, and now I'm kind of getting everything put back into place. And I said during the live that I think you would find it a whole lot easier if you just wrote down your sizes of each paper before you got started, and then it would be a little bit less confusing to do those. Last but not least, I did do my journaling already. I like to take and journal on a scrap piece of paper first, see how much room it's actually going to take, and make sure that it's going to fit in the spot that I left for the journaling. So I hope you enjoyed this sketch. If you try it out, please leave a picture of it in the comments on my Facebook page. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Thanks so much. Bye for now.